Hello everyone, as you can see I'm back from Scotland. Haven't had to cut our journey short, but there's a lot of people like that. While I was up there I heard a story about a little boy who came home, said to his mum, "Mum, I've got the part in the school play." And she said, "What part's that?" He said, "Well, I've got the part of being a traditional Scottish husband." His mum said, "Well, you're going to have to go back to them. Why don't you go back and ask for a speaking part?" Ah, I hope I made you laugh. Hope that made you laugh. Funny thing, sense of humour, funny thing about laughing, that very often they're put together. I know that from time to time there's a time to weep and a time to laugh. That's what Ecclesiastes says. It says that sometimes there are times where we cry and we're in bits and sometimes we laugh. And the interesting thing for me is that sometimes those things actually go together. Very often you can find yourselves in moments of intense distress and sorrow, and yet matched with that there is humour and there is laughter. And sometimes people, especially bereaved people, tend to feel guilty because they find themselves laughing when in actual fact it's part of life. I remember many years ago when we had a youngster in our church in Rayleigh who was about 6 or 7, and someone came to my door and explained that he'd actually died. He had a heart condition, and I found it really difficult. And what I did was I went and took myself into our downstairs loo, and all of a sudden it just overwhelmed me, and I started crying like there was no tomorrow. And Fiona was only a little toddler at the time, and what happened was she came out and she started crying and shouting to Karen, "Mum, come quickly, Dad's stuck in the bathroom and he's crying because he can't get out." And when we heard that, it kind of relieved the tension, relieved the situation. And sometimes we can get moments like that in our life that are really tense and really difficult, and yet within that there is laughter. It's very interesting just to look at what the Bible says about laughter, and you know, you've got plenty of time in your hands, you might as well look it up for yourself rather than me talking about it. You know, it talks about laughter being healing to the bones, and there's a lot of positive things about laughter. And I think it's really important for us to remember that in these days where there is intense suffering going on, and people are finding themselves in acute circumstances, that even within that there are moments that we can find where laughter can help us. Some of the kind of videos and stuff like that are going about at the moment, it's amazing how quickly people turn difficulty into laughter. And so I'm not going to treat the situation lightly. All I'm saying is that within the context of what's going on at the moment, it's okay to laugh, and it's okay to find those moments of humour which are good for us and which help us. So I hope as we go on we'll be able to find those moments. Big thank you to Mark, who's been doing the videos while I'm away. We'll probably be alternating and doing different stuff. He's been brilliant at just keeping people up to date. Thank you to him. Thank you Andy Blackham, who's been helping us on the techie side and trying to get that sorted out. Things to pray about, well, it's the obvious. Mark's been talking about them, you know, everybody involved in the NHS, people are volunteering. It was just such a blessing to be in the office yesterday and know that there were volunteers downstairs helping people with food bank. Thank you to everybody who's just volunteered and helped in that way. You probably saw it on the news from the study, but please pray for Anne Fullaway and Shan. That's been a huge blow to Anne. And Anne, if you're watching, we're thinking about you, we're praying for you, we're praying God's favour over you and God's touch. This week we're going to be looking at Joshua chapter 8. Actually, this was videoed last week before I went on holiday because I thought it was not going to be around. It's a long chapter, so we'll be looking at snippets of that. Make sure you read it before Sunday, and Sunday you'll be able to get it at 10:30, and then obviously it will be on various platforms for you to look at. So stay safe everybody, try and encourage one another, keep close to your friends. Well, don't keep close to them, but keep close through video and phone, and watch out for one another. We'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.